Thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. I will say this. I mean, my people could attest, because many of my people were here from the beginning. We've never had a level of spirit that we have right now, and that's because people really see the country as being, we're like at a crossroads. And I used to say, if we keep it going like this, we're going to be Venezuela on steroids, and that's what it's going to be. And that's where we're heading. And so many people see that. I appreciate that very much. Yes, ma'am. We're going to work on that. You're right about that. Isn't that a disgrace? ESG at the bank, so we'll take care of those banks. Yes, ma'am, please, go ahead. Yeah. Thank you. How nice is that, huh? Are you related? Daughter? That's beautiful. That's a great job. I could not have said it that well. That I can tell you. We're doing a lot for the disabled. We're doing a lot for everybody. That's beautifully put, too. Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you. Okay, a couple of more. Go ahead, please.
Hard work seems to agree with you. You look great.
It's very nice. I feel that, but you know, some people, Ashley Babbitt, lost their lives. So when you think about it, I would say that's they're the people lose their lives, and they're the number one victims. But no, I certainly feel that too. But I appreciate that statement. Yeah, they come after me, and the better I do, the more they come after me. You know, because they don't want us to. We had a poll in Florida, we're just absolutely killing Biden by much more than the other one. The other one is not doing as well by even close. We're beating every primary opponent by so much, including number two, and we have to do that. Somebody said, why don't you be nicer? I said, because we have to win. We have to win this. It's not a game. We're trying to save our country, and if we don't save our country, I think it's the most important election we've ever had, because it's like our country's decaying from within. You have a question? Go, please. Right here. Blonde, beautiful blonde hair. Young lady? Okay, I'll do both. The one with beautiful brown hair and beautiful blonde hair. Go ahead, same question. Right, mom's slow. Well, we're going to sign executive orders first day. And you're right, moms. How about where they talk about parental? They want parental power, parental rights. Who would ever think you would have to talk about it? Today, parental is a word. It's a big, powerful word, because they took our education away from the mothers and the fathers who love the children so much, even from the teachers to a certain extent. And they have it in these people's hands, between men participating in women's sports, which is so ridiculous, and so many things that are far worse than that. It's far worse than that. You know what I'm talking about. So we're going to take care of that very quickly. It's going to as you know, we took care of it when I was there, and they added a thing called the military into it too. That's pretty incredible. Yes, please, go ahead. I think about it a little bit, but I don't like to think about it too much. We have vice president saying, have you put any thought? I think about it. We have a lot of candidates, right? We have them running left and right. But I think about it, but I don't want to think about it too much. One thing I will say, nobody's ever voted for a vice president, meaning when you're running for president, if you have one that's great or one that's a little bit less than great, or if you have one that's bad, you have bad ones too. It really doesn't have to do with this one. It's just, now it's might be the best thing he's got going, right? But you know, it's a little bit of an old axiom that nobody ever votes for the vice president, and I think, you know, I'd give it more credit than that. It's still it's so important, because something happens and you have yourself a president, so it's very important. But I don't think from a voting standpoint it matters very much. Yes, please.
I served your campaign.
Good. Yes.
Every single
good.
I want you to know that I will fight for you and be strong for you.
Great.
My 15-year-old son woke up this morning and started saying, I love you, Mom and Dad. What did he say? Good morning.
He wants to be in the Army, and he wanted us to say that he is a soldier ready to serve under you.
That's good. Say hello. Give him a big kiss, okay? That's very nice. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
We've talked about a lot of things, but we haven't talked about the Second Amendment.
Yeah, Second Amendment. Yeah.
Do you feel we need more gun laws or disproportionate?
Well, we have very strong laws. And if you look at Chicago, where last weekend, I don't know if you saw that, 50 people were shot, 12 died. They have the strongest gun laws in the country. New York, likewise. Los Angeles, likewise. They're all the strongest gun laws. That's where the biggest problems are. No, I'm a guardian of the Second Amendment, as you know. I didn't let him do anything to it. And very strong guardian. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. I said 6 months. He wants me to do it in 6 weeks. We could. I'll tell you what. But even in 6 weeks, we can make a hell of a dent, right? Drill, baby. Now we can actually. I might change it. If you think about it, in 6 weeks we can make a hell of a dent. Yeah, I said 6 months. I also said that I believe I can end the war between Russia and Ukraine. I know Zelensky very well, and I know Putin very well. I believe I can end it in 24 hours, and that's what should happen. That's what should happen. Okay, good. Okay, this young, handsome man right here. Go, two of them. Hi. Make what? Well, the American dream, you don't hear about it anymore. Right now, there is no American dream. It used to be the American dream. Today, you don't hear about it. What we do is we have to free it up. We have to have great elections. We have to have strong borders. We have to have incentives to get people to want to be entrepreneurs or to work for a living. I mean, it's great. And we can get back there. If we don't win this upcoming election, we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way. The damage they can do in a little more than a year and a half is incredible. Look at the damage they've done during this period of time. Nobody thinks it's possible. Nobody would have believed it's possible. But if we get in, we're gonna make a lot of American dreams happen, just like we did. We were doing so well. I told the story today to one of the groups. I met with a lot of different groups, and this one was very important to me. But I told the story today. It was so crazy. We have to get in. We have to create incentive for people to want to go to work. A lot of the people that had jobs refuse to work now. I don't know. They got used to not working. We have to create incentive for them to get back. We have to get back. And they don't want to work. And they don't show it as a job opening. They say, we have 3.5. That's false. It's false information. But we have to create, the American dream, it's a great question because you don't hear that expression anymore, the American dream. But you guys are young. Very soon, you're going to see the American dream back, okay? Okay, thank you. He did? He just fell on what stage? He's at the Air Force Academy. He actually fell down? Well, I hope he wasn't hurt. But the whole thing is crazy. You got to be careful about that. Because you don't want that. Even if you have to tiptoe down a ramp, you got to. It's like an ice skate. It's a safe, because that was the best speech I think I've ever made. And it was pouring rain, and it was horrible and cold and windy. And they have a ramp that was pure like an ice skating rink. And it was like 25 feet long, and I talking to the general, and he has boots on, big combat boots, and they're rubber soles. I have nice leather, good. And I say, you know what, General, get ready. If I grab you, you just get ready, because I got this stupid ramp that somebody put up, and there's no stairs, right? And I said, so I tiptoed down, and I suffered for that. They never covered my speech. But everybody, the smart people understood that. But that's too bad. If you fell, it's too bad. Look, it's just, the winds. Yeah. Look, we gotta just get this thing back on track. That's a bad place to fall when you're making. I think it was the Air Force Academy, right? He's making. That's not inspiring. Go ahead. Yeah.
And we've lost people because of supporting Chad.
Yeah.
What do you think you would do differently?
Yeah, well, everybody wanted a vaccine at that time. And I was able to do something that nobody else could have done, getting it done very, very rapidly. But I never was for mandates. I thought the mandates were terrible. And there's a big portion of the country that thinks that was a great thing. You understand that. Not a lot of the people in this room, but there is a big portion. I had a man come up to me the other day who's actually a Democrat liberal guy, a friend of mine. And he said to me, I don't even know if he voted for me, to be honest, but he's a friend of mine, smart guy, but very liberal. He said, why is it you never mention what you did with the vaccines? I said, no, thanks, I'm not going to be doing that right now. But, there is he said, it's amazing, you saved so many lives. There's a big portion that feel very much the opposite. We can understand that, we can handle that. But I hated the idea of the mandates, and I didn't do the mandates. You know, I didn't make any governor close their state. Florida did close, as you know, but South Carolina, South Dakota, a lot of states didn't. Tennessee, a lot of states, the governors really did a good job. Iowa didn't really close, and they really didn't close. In Florida, you know, that state was locked down. He didn't even want people to drive on the highways, but closed all the beaches, that state was locked down for a period of time. And I'm not saying anything good, bad, or indifferent, but there were states that did no lockdown, and I gave governors the right to do that. Now, all the governors closed down, they locked down very hard, all the Democrat governors, but numerous of the Republican governors didn't, and I gave them that option. It's called the Federalist system. And, you know, some took advantage, because I didn't say you have to lock down. What I said is you make your own decision. But we had numerous Republican governors that did a fantastic job that didn't lock down, and they really did. We had some great governors. I would say that there were no Democrat governors that did that. They were all for the lockdowns, and you know they suffered a very big price for that. That was really bad. What it did to the children, what it did to a lot of people, and they hurt a lot of people with those lockdowns. Those lockdowns were bad, but no mandates on that. The mandates were bad. The mandates were very prevalent in some states. If you look back, by the way, if you look back at Florida, they had a big vaccine program. I want to tell you, you just got vaccinated. You know, it's amazing how people forget. All of a sudden they forget. But I'm very proud of a lot of our governors. They did really a fantastic job. They really did a fantastic job. And this state is one of them. They did a really great job. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. We spent a lot of effort and money and everything else on it. That's right. Yeah. Good. Yeah, it's gotten worse than ever, human trafficking. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I can't end with a nicer statement than that. That was a statement, not a question. Thank you very much. We love you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really great. Thank you. Thank you. We got to win. We got to win big. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Don't eat too much. Have a good time. Thank you very much. Thank you.